What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge. Thanks for subscribing to the content here at the Sooner Surge and liking and commenting on our videos. We appreciate the interaction. Of course, there's a lot of things happening in softball, but we're going to continue our series on spotlighting each senior from this amazing senior class at the University of Oklahoma. Before we get started, check out the fanstop.com. Check out the links in the description for the national championship four-peat and national championship shirts, officially licensed, great apparel, great prices. Check them out. For the senior spotlight today, Senior Sunday as it is, we're going to highlight one from the 918 out of Owasso, Oklahoma, and that's Rylie Boone. Jay, a spark plug, chaos coordinator, as Patty Gasso called her this year. But Rylie Boone, unbelievable career at the University of Oklahoma. And Sooner fans will remember so many things about Rylie Boone, Jay. But what stands out to you?
Well, I mean, just her average, her batting average over her career. I think 405 hitter over her career, which is just insane. Consistent. Rylie Boone was a very consistent player for Oklahoma. And the thing is, it seemed like a lot of times when they would get really needed a spark or to get going, she'd get him going. Or even I remember later in her career, excellent 2-out hitter. I mean, you needed a clutch hit with 2 outs, she'd get it going. And she could do multiple things. I mean, the only thing she really didn't do, I would say, in her career was power hitter. Only had 5 home runs in her career. But everything else, I mean, you look at it, bunt, you could do hit and run, squeeze, whatever. She was great at it. I mean, I remember so many times her bunting and getting down the line. Couldn't even throw the ball. She's already down there. So really good player, really good defender. I think her defense maybe was taken for granted a little bit because who you had in center field, and possibly the best center fielder of all time, Jada Coleman, who made so many amazing plays. But Rylie Boone in her own right made some outstanding plays. I can think of many highlight reel from Rylie Boone. So I think that maybe goes underestimated with Rylie Boone, but she was an excellent outfielder.
Yeah, and of course, everyone thinks when they think about Rylie Boone, they think about the on-field passion and energy that she brought. Look, I'm not going to try to downplay this. It's almost you get tired watching Rylie Boone's energy. For her to bring that on a nightly basis, I don't think people will ever appreciate that part enough, because that is exhausting to be able to emotionally bring that night in, night out. And she did every single night, every play. And Jay, you talked about her defense. She played left field, right field. She did both sides. She'd move both during the game. I think she actually had 6 home runs in her career. But look, a true champion, and one that Sooner fans absolutely will take for granted because of the clutchness. She has the clutch gene, just like Kenzie Hansen had. We talked about that in the video. But Rylie Boone had that as well, with so many clutch defensive plays, so many clutch big hits, base running. We could go on, but the thing that really stands out to me is the energy. And I just love it, and love that she was a great part of this championship dynasty here at the University of Oklahoma.
Yeah, and speed, we haven't really talked about it. Her speed on the bases was unbelievable. Really fast. Fastest player on the team, according to strength and conditioning coach when we interviewed him last year. But, you mentioned the energy part of it. When I hear the word that they always use, the unapologetic, I think of Rylie Boone and Alyssa Brito. I think those two are very outspoken. Energy is very on the table for everybody to see. They wear their emotions out where everybody can see it. And I think if you asked a lot of people on the team, teammate would be a great word for Rylie Boone. I think she when you think of the word teammate, it's Rylie Boone. Always there, always encouraging players, always uplifting players. You can see many things on different social media accounts with Rylie Boone, either on a Bible study, praying, at a player's baptism, saying, this is why I do it. This is why we do it. It's not about the game itself. It's about this. I mean, just so much that you would say, wow, what a teammate. What an amazing teammate to have on your team. And gonna miss Rylie Boone big time in a Sooner uniform. Big time.
Yeah, I can hear her right now, her voice after the Women's College World Series championship game. And I tell you what, she is so well spoken. And when she speaks, you stop and you listen. That's how powerful she is when she speaks. And she was talking about no one knows how many lives were changed on this team through the baptisms and other things. And I tell you what, she does a lot uh, with young softball players and helping them and develop them. And I tell you what, she just has a phenomenally bright future ahead of her because of how she carries herself, Jay, and how she speaks. It's unbelievable listening to her, and it's no wonder why she was able to lead so well.
Yeah, and this year you look at it, I mean, I remember early on, there was a lot of time she was kind of carrying them in the offensively. I mean, 2-out hits, 2-out RBIs. I remember early on this year she was on a roll and huge hits to the amount that Patty moved her up in the lineup, which that was like, oh, she's not in the 9-hole anymore. And that's kudos to her this year. She batted all over the place. I think it's because how well she was hitting, right? Moved her up in different spots, and she performed well. And even near the end, she had huge hits for Oklahoma, even in the World Series. So just great. And you know what I'm going to remember about Rylie Boone, too, is it's almost like I need to be chewing on a big piece of gum right now. Rylie Boone always with that massive gum in the mouth. It's just iconic, Rylie Boone. I don't know if any player is going to carry that on from Rylie Boone. I'd love to see it, but man, she's a softball player in everything that she does. She's hard working. She's tough. I mean, you could go down the list. Just unbelievable. Sooner senior. Gonna miss her big time there in the Crimson and Cream.
Yeah, and to hear the Boone chants,
Yeah.
those will go on in the minds of Sooner fans forever. And listen, here's one thing you can say about Rylie Boone. She never lost her last game of her career, and she's one of the few. Listen, there's a handful, and they're all from Oklahoma. And there's no other ones across the nation. She was one. What just an amazing career that Rylie Boone had at the University of Oklahoma. Thanks to Rylie Boone for being such a great Sooner on the field, off the field, and to come. Best of luck in your future endeavors. Again, thanks for watching the content here at the Sooner Surge. Appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. Check out the Fan Stop at fanstop.com. Till next time, Boomer.
Sooner.